Yeah, first of all, a lot of credit to the Habs. They came out flying, and I don't think we were at the best of our games early on, but we found a way, to stick with it. And obviously Sammy was great, PK was great tonight, and capitalized on some chances we had. So, a lot of resilience tonight, showed a lot of character. It was a huge win.
When the team does get scored early on, how do you flip the switch and kind of shake that one off to kind of get your game back on track?
Well, it's the NHL, right? Better teams are going to score on you. It's just part of the game. It's hockey. It goes both ways, but certainly we don't want to give it up that early, but that's going to happen. It's part of the game, and I think our group showed, like I said earlier, a lot of character and resilience of fighting back and staying disciplined and staying composed, and just massive.
Is Yarncroke anticipating you getting clear to that, or the goal that you scored? Are you anticipating the pass when you were?
Yeah, that's like it was like a Tom Brady pass by Yarny. Might have been like a Randy Moss route kind of thing, but I just took off. I know he's such a smart player and threw a little area puck and had a step on the D, and got a little lucky, but we'll take it.
What did you see from Bobby McMann tonight, and I guess over the past few weeks as well?
He's such a horse. He works so hard. He's super dialed in. Going back to the first time I met him at training camp, he's an absolute animal in the gym, on the ice, so much power, and he's really coming into his own now. Obviously, the games he's been piecing together here speak for themselves, but he's such a big part of this team, and great dude, and he deserves it all. So he's only going to get better, and big piece of our squad right now.
What are your first impressions of Edmondson and Dewar?
Oh, they were both great. Eddie's just a monster back there, and he makes a really good first pass too. Some of those little breakouts were great. He's been around for a long time for a reason. Everyone loves him in the room. I think he's got probably top 3 in the league for best reputations. I've been around so long and talked to so many guys, and he's always at the top of the list of, he's such a great dude. And Dewey, you watch what he did tonight on the PK, and he's great, competes, feisty, he battles hard, and he's super competitive out there. So those guys are going to help us head in the right direction, and we're super happy to have them.
How long ago does Sammy's struggles feel now? It's just, he seems like he has his swagger back and is in a groove.
You really want me to answer that one? That's irrelevant. So that could have literally zero to do with tonight, and he was unbelievable, and couldn't be happy to have him between the pipes right now.
Well, his game just continues to grow. I think you see just a real belief in how he's impacting the game, and I think just a good understanding of how he can do that. So just imposing himself physically with the power I think he plays with. Very powerful skater, strong guy. He's got a heavy shot, and he's earning space and getting opportunities because of that. So it's great to see. He's really elevated, and obviously been a great contributor here for us over the last few weeks, and give him a lot of credit. He's just kind of stayed with it, been working really hard over the course of the season, been very consistent with his habits and his work ethic and how he's approaching things, and seeing it start to pay off. So it's awesome to see a guy that's been developing and working to earn an opportunity, and now making the most of his opportunity, and obviously becoming a very valuable player for us.
Kind of a grind this was as the game went on, just to find a result for your group?
Yeah, there's no doubt we weren't very fresh today, but that's the nature of playing in the NHL and the 82-game grind, and I think we knew anytime we play Montreal, it's always really special between these two clubs and what's been going on for over 100 years, and I think as players you sense that and feel that, certainly between the fan bases in both buildings, and they came out with a lot of jump, a lot of energy. They got the start they wanted, certainly not what we wanted, but I liked how we just stayed with it. Offensively, it hasn't been the greatest week for us. Things haven't been maybe clicking as well as we'd like, but I just like how we stayed with it and found a way to earn the opportunities we got and make the most of them. And great job by the penalty kill at the end, coming through and doing a really good job for us. So, yeah, just one of those games you just kind of got to dig deep and grind one out. And a lot of credit throughout our lineup. I think it was a true team win today.
Your first impressions of Joel and Connor, just getting them acclimatized to things?
Yeah, I think they adapted really well. Like I said, it wasn't our greatest game as a team overall in terms of maybe controlling play and the level that we know we can play at, but how we just played a really good, strong team game and how they helped contribute to that. Obviously Joel's ability to defend and being big and heavy, but also he's got great poise with the puck and making good little plays to break out. And I thought Connor, their line had some really good shifts, especially late in the third period, just to make them have to defend and not let them gain momentum and try to find the equalizer before we got the penalty. So, both got off to great starts today. So we're excited to have them.
Ilya, what do you make of how the team played in front of you tonight?
It's great, nice to make some 2 points in this building. Yeah, special for Saturday play in Montreal. It's a big deal. Make some 2 points today. Team has played great. We block a shot. We try to help it for me everywhere. Good game for us, and we happy make some 2 points.
You mentioned it's a big deal. I guess when you joined here, you knew about that rivalry, or people told you about it?
First one rivalry. Yeah, everybody know. Yeah, I'm from Russia, but I know Toronto Montreal is biggest rivalry. Yeah, it's this building. Everybody knows this building so loud. Nice to play here. You enjoy every time you come to play in Montreal.
With each start, it looks like you're building more confidence in front of the net. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't know. Seriously, I don't know.
What's your early impression of Joel Edmondson in front of you then?
Yeah, he's good. Not a lot of guys want to go to the net right now. Yeah, what time he's on the ice. It's good. It's good for me. It's good for us. Yeah, really important time it's coming. Yeah, playoff time, and we still have a work, but we need to just prepare it for this. Yeah, how we will be playing a playoff. We need to be strong.
Do these games feel more intense as you get closer to the end of the regular season?
Yeah. Every team is fighting for points right now. It's game is different right now. More hits, more blocked shots. Every team is playoff mental. More interesting games and more fast. Yeah.
I think it was Edmondson who deflected the pass from Caulfield onto you late in the game. Did he say anything to you after that?
No.
Almost scoring on you? Or?
But he's tried to make some pass. Yeah, he's tried to help me. Yeah, it's good.
What do you make of how your team was able to pull out the win tonight?
I think it shows we're comfortable playing in close games, especially on a night like this too. I think both sides know that it's a higher energy game, and I think we recognize that, and they brought a pretty good game, but we were able to close that one out, so that one felt good.
All 4 lines are different. Mitch is out. How much of an adjustment was that early on for you guys, do you think?
It was a bit of a learning curve, I guess you could say. Anytime you play with new line mates, it's an adjustment. But it also brings some excitement. You get to play with some new guys, get a new look, especially at this point in the season. Some guys have played together a long time, so it was good to see some good energy.
It looked like you were aware with your stick tonight. How much is your confidence growing in terms of being able to pick pucks away from other players and kind of turn that into something like you did tonight?
Yeah, I think the longer I play and the more games I play, I get more comfortable making reads rather than thinking. I think that's where my game has grown. I just get to react, and then I think my skill takes over, and I think that's kind of what's coming out now.
What were your early impressions of Edmondson and Dewar in their first game as a Leaf?
I think they're great. I think my first shift with Eddie got 2 pucks through to the net. He's a big guy, good stick. He's great on the defensive side, and then Dewey's just buzzing out there, high energy. He was great on the kill tonight too, so definitely good additions, and we're excited to have him. You
mentioned just being more reactionary instead of thinking. Does that come into play as a shooter too in those moments? I think of the 2-on-1, and then later in the game when you're cutting to the net too. It just seemed like.
Yeah, I think so. I think you take what's given to you more rather than thinking, okay, how do I play this 2-on-1? You're I see an opening, I'm just going to take it. And then I think that's more the reactionary of just playing the game and having fun. Is you see a shot or you see a pass and you just try and make it. Whether it's the right play or not, you're making it with confidence, and usually it turns out well.
Back and forth game.
I stayed with it. Obviously, we got some great goals from guys, whether it was Bobby starting the second period for us and sort of in essence responding for us giving up on the first shift of the first period. And then Max, two great plays. One to skate onto that puck that Yarncroc threw out to the neutral zone for him and to finish that. And then Max makes a great play to initiate the third goal as well with John driving to the net as well. So, some great moments of really good goals at key times. And otherwise, we just stayed with it. I thought we got some saves from Sammy, who battled real hard. We didn't give up a whole lot, didn't generate a whole lot either, but didn't give up a lot, and had some really strong efforts. Not just on those goals I talked about, but I thought the camp line today with McMann and Nyes was outstanding. And I thought the Dewar line gave us lots of really good shifts too. And as I just described, Tavares group with Max making some plays there. Those are key times in the game. And perhaps my favorite part of the game is our penalty kill gives one up again, which evens the game. And then it's tested with the game on the line and had to come through in that moment and did. So that's big and something for us hopefully to build on there.
Are you seeing Bobby shoot almost maybe like he was in the American League, like just with some of the assertiveness and confidence that seems to be behind it?
Yeah, he had 2 other 2-on-1s tonight where he floated some passes over, which I thought I wish he had shot those ones. So if he starts shooting those ones, then maybe we can say that. But I just thought he played an outstanding game with lots of confidence, and he was just strong, hard on the puck, lots of urgency to his game. I thought their team had a hard time handling him. So it was a really good showing for him. He's he obviously had a real strong push for us a couple weeks back, and then it sort of leveled off a bit. And then here tonight again at a time. It's a tough stretch for us here. 4 games in 6 nights in 3 cities, and we needed some big efforts from guys, and Bobby certainly stepped up for us.
What did you see for your top line tonight?
They weren't very good.
Do you think that can just be attributed to not having played before, no practice or anything like that?
No, they just individually weren't very good. But it's a night where the group picked them up, so that was good.
What were your first impressions of Edmondson and Dewar?
I think both guys are just. Well, they're different. Obviously, you got Edmondson with a ton of experience in the league, and Dewar not as much. Both guys, to me, are just very smart and know exactly who they are and what they need to do on the ice. Edmondson, you come to expect it. This guy's won Stanley Cups and played deep in the playoffs a lot, and veteran defenseman. But Dewar, I'm just really impressed with his overall awareness and intelligence on the ice. He made some great plays today. I think there was one on the penalty kill. I think there's a read there. We need to get him to close on that quicker. But I thought throughout the game he had really good sticks. He's in good positioning for a guy that has no practices and doesn't, is learning our system. This morning on video, and then have to play the center ice position. I thought did a really good job. So I like what both guys bring.
You mentioned it was a really important time for Timothy's development. What did you see from him playing with Joel tonight?
I thought the sequence that led to his penalty was a tough moment in the game for him and for our team. Those are the kind of things we got to keep working with him to eliminate from his game. But I thought they had a real good first period for us. Maybe not as good after that, but again, I think that will continue to grow as we talked about this morning. I think this is a key time for Lily, right? If we go back the last 2 years, each time at the trade deadline we've added, and it's essentially pushed him out of the lineup, which I thought has affected his growth and his confidence and all those kind of things. And I felt at the time we did it out of necessity because we needed to get deeper there. But I think Lily's taken a step through this season. At times has played really well. And at times it's taken a step back, and I think part of that probably is that with the trade deadline kind of hanging over his head a little bit. We're through that here now. We got a veteran player like Edmondson come in, and that's why it was important for Lily to play tonight. And this is kind of, when Treaty built the team out, this was the 6 guys and how it was built. But we love the depth and that Benoit's brought to us and his ability to come in. But Lily playing tonight was important, and it's important for us to continue to work with him. And then obviously Benoit's going to keep the group hungry, as are Giordano and Timmins as they continue to work their way back to health.